Hey, what's up? It's Paul from Guitar World, and today we're going to be looking at a spectacular guitar that I just received. It is the Suhr Oso Short-Scale. Let's check it out. As you can see for Suhr, this guitar kind of is an amalgamation of two guitars, more or less. What started out was probably a short scale T-style for Suhr, and then it eventually became a little bit of something completely unique and original. It has, of course, that sort of T-style roots, but it also has a bit of the now discontinued aura from Suhr. So there's a little bit of that vintage vibe and charm from that particular guitar. So it's a little bit of both. It's quite amazing altogether. When I heard that they were going to be sending me the Oso, which was an original design from them, I kind of looked at it and I said, okay, this is not the kind of guitar I would gravitate to. Usually like a quilted maple top or a curly maple top in this case, just doesn't really grab me. And of course, this hybrid T-style meets an LP, it's not something I would go for. But once I got this, I pulled it out of the box and I started playing it, and it just ruined me. It's that good of a guitar. Obviously for Suhr, all the professional players, some of my favorites, they all go to Suhr for their guitars, like Andy Wood. Mateus Asado also, I think, is using this particular guitar as well. And there's a great reason. Everything from Suhr is just professional grade, top notch. It doesn't get better, from their amplifiers to their pedals, and especially their guitars. When you're buying a Suhr product, and especially a guitar, you are getting exactly what the pros are using, and this is no exception. So for me to say that this guitar really, really speaks to me and has ruined me, because it's made me rethink everything about my own guitars, because it's that good. So I'm ready to rock this. Actually fell in love with this curly maple top. Kind of looks really cool now to me. And then of course, the ergonomics of this particular instrument is just incredible. It actually makes you play better. This Oso guitar is a short scale guitar. So this one comes clocking in as a 24.625. Now normally the two popular scales of guitars are usually the Fender scale, which is 25.5, and of course the Gibson scale, which is 24.75. So this clocks in just a little bit under the Gibson scale at 24.625. But what you get from that is you get like a better fret reach, everything about it, you feel more connected to the guitar. This guitar just rings out, it's just acoustically. You can listen to this just from my mic here. How precise. And not to mention, this came out of the box just fully tuned, exactly like this. So you can just hear, this is crafted to near perfection. This particular Oso, there's, I believe, 4 different models of Oso in the line. This one happens to be, I think, the top of the line. A mahogany body, and this is, of course, that curly maple top. They've kept the curly maple as the binding on this particular guitar as well. This one comes with an Indian rosewood fingerboard, and of course, This one is different from the others because it has a mahogany neck with the satin finish that's perfect. It's just not gummy or tacky or sticky. It's wonderfully applied. The frets on this are heavy nickel with blind fret slots, which means there are no sharp edges on this particular guitar. So you are literally gliding across the fretboard, the Indian rosewood fingerboard here. Oso truss rod plate, tusk nut. The other thing is this comes with Suhr locking tuners, and this particular neck profile is what Suhr calls an even C slim. The other one is a historic slim, but this is an even C, and it's a little shallower, but this particular profile is one of my favorite profiles I've come across in a long time. Just really easy to play. John Suhr wanted to do a 3x3 headstock design. So there's a slight break angle here, which I think really contributes to why this guitar stays in tune so well. I mean, obviously the locking tuners have something to do with a little bit of that play, but honestly that slight headstock angle really contributes to keeping this guitar in tune. I know that from just some other guitars that I have that slight headstock angle. And of course, having the 3x3 really adds to the overall charm of this Oso Short-Scale guitar. Comes with Suhr humbuckers, SSV in the neck, and you can see it's mounted direct to the body, and then the SSH in the bridge. Standard volume, tone, 5-way selector switch, and I'll let you hear that. The sound, the in-between sounds are incredible. Like, it's just not like a typical guitar. You really hear the difference between full-on humbucking sounds and then those split coil sounds, which sound incredible, almost like having a Strat. So you have it all in this guitar. 2-post tremolo, and of course, with a steel block, and it's chromed out, it just stays in tune. So what can I say? Everything about this guitar is dialed in. I'm gonna let you hear it because that's really the big selling point of this guitar, because it's just phenomenal. Right now, I'm in the bridge humbucker, and as I mentioned before, all the different positions off the 5-way selector, you really hear what a tonal difference. It really just captures, you want that split coil, single coil spank, you got it in 2 and 4. And then you want that nice, just that hot humbucker at the bridge that just accentuates every note, it's here. And then that really juicy sounding neck humbucker, it's got it in spades. Take a listen, here we go. This is the bridge. So a little beef, but now watch when I go to the 4 position here. Then the mid. Just a nice, even dual humbucker sound, great. Then the 2 position here, or the 4 position. And then the full neck. Really nice. And then when I add a little bit of compression and a little drive, it really starts to come alive. Back to the bridge. So there you have it, the Suhr Oso Short-Scale, which in my opinion, I believe to be one of the finest guitars I've ever had in my hands. And I think one of the finest guitars that Suhr is offering at the moment. Do yourself a favor and go check out this guitar. This is perfection in a 6-string. This would be the one guitar that I could just play for the rest of my life. It's that good. Definitely check it out.